everyone, welcome to Random Access Megan. I am Megan, and today what I wanted to go through is a makeup tutorial for the Day of the Dead. Since Halloween is just around the corner, I wanted to share what I plan to be for Halloween and that you can do your own makeup yourself. So stay tuned and I will walk you through on how to go ahead and get your makeup done for Halloween. So first off, I'm going to start off with a clean face and put white all over it because the whole idea of the Day of the Dead is to show that you're dead. So I definitely need to make my skin pale, and what I'm going to do is use Paradise Makeup AQ. I bought it at a Halloween shop, and the reason why I picked this is because it is water activated and it's very easy to get off and it dries quickly. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I had makeup that wouldn't bleed throughout the night or smear throughout the night. So the next step, I'm going to use a L'Oreal black eyeliner. It's a soft one, and I am going to draw circles around my eyes to enhance or highlight the eye cavities that we have in our skull. Again, the whole idea is trying to portray the dead without actually being so. So I'm going to circle both my eyes with black, and then from there I'm going to use black Paradise makeup, again activated with water, to fill it in halfway or midway with black. Then from there I'm going to use red Paradise makeup to act as though I'm putting on red eyeshadow. I really want to make sure that I get all the way to the end of my eyelids, basically making sure that all of my skin is covered. I may even go over the black to blend into the red and black instead of being very hard lines around. So I'll just keep going over this, make sure that everything is all covered. Of course, I want to make sure that I don't get any of the shadow in my eyes because I am a baby and that's the last thing that I want to do. So I'll go ahead and finish this up so you don't have to get bored and watch me do this. Next up is putting the flower petal-like arches around the eyes. Beware, this is going to take some time. You definitely need a lot of practice, and if you decide to use the Paradise makeup, make sure that your brush is wet so that you can get hard lines instead of soft lines. You really want these petals to be nice and clean so that when it dries you can either put red on top of it, glitter, or rhinestones. So it looks great. Now, next up, I'm going to do my cheekbones. The cheekbones I watched on multiple makeup tutorials for the Day of the Dead, and I was really concerned about this part. Surprisingly, not the flower-like petals around my eyes. It was more the cheekbones because I'm not very good at contouring, so this was going to be interesting because it did create or require some artistic skills that I lack sometimes. So what I just did is made a hard line from my ear to my lip. You saw me touch my cheekbones just to make sure that I was on the right track. What I want to do is then reactivate that black with water, and so then at that point I can blend. It looks like I'm just making a big black hard line, so I'm going to take a big brush and just try to blend it now so that it doesn't look like a big black blob. You do want a hard line by your lips because the hard line is going to show the skull part of your teeth, and I will show you a little bit more around that and the lips on what exactly I mean about showing your teeth. So I spend a lot of time blending and trying to make sure that It's not a hard line. If I could do this over again, which I might do it again in a few days, I probably would try to use black shadow for that section and then put a hard line towards an inch or two off of my lips. So I'm going to just spend a little bit more time blending. I dipped that brush in water just to see if it would help a little bit. And it did. It looks a little bit better. Next up is the spider web on my forehead. I'm not really sure why this is a thing because it's not like you have spider webs on your skull, but almost all, or actually I think all of the makeup tutorials and images that I saw for the Day of the Dead makeup had a spider web on the forehead. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to follow everybody else's lead and do the exact same thing. Have a small spider web across my forehead and take my time because it is a little bit difficult, just like the flower petals. You want to make sure that you have some hard lines. Of course, you can blend them in just a little bit to create a little bit more dimension, but I did want to have hard lines for the spider webs. Now I'm going to do my nose. Basically, the point of doing the nose is the tip of your nose is actually all skin and cartilage and not bone. So I'm going to paint the tip of my nose black so that I can show where the bone is. Every nose is different. You can definitely take my lead of doing 2 peaks on the top, or you can just do something on your own and do 1 peak. It's really up to you. Everyone does their nose a little bit differently. I just thought the 2 peaks looked a little cooler, so I will go ahead and fill that in with black, and then from there I will grab a pencil to try to make those lines a little bit harder. I'm also making sure that there's loads of black shadow because I did want to make sure that it's pretty dark, just like my eyes. Now I'm going to do my lips. I decided to use Tattoo Junkie, which is just at Walgreens. I have quite a few red lipsticks, but the reason why I chose this is because it was a little bit deeper of a red, and that's what I was going for. It's also matte, so I want matte for the reason of staying all night long. Because I will paint over this red and I want to make sure that it doesn't smear all over the place because that would not look cute. So I'll go ahead and fill in my lips, and then from there what I'll do is add black lines onto my lips to show teeth, and I will utilize my L'Oreal pencil. So now I'm going to use some glitter, dab it on my eyes to make it a little bit darker. It is a darker red, and to just enhance the eyes and make it blend in a little bit more. And then from there I'm going to put a little bit of a decor on my chin. And my final product is this. If you felt that this video was helpful, please like it, share it, and of course subscribe to Random Access Megan.